So hey everyone, you are most welcome in this video, and today I'm going to talk about how can we improve our spoken English. It's fast way, you can say it's in the less time. So see, first thing that you can do is listening, because listening is very important nowadays. I realized finally, because when I was doing practice and when I was beginner, I was not able to speak English. That time I was not aware of this thing, to how much we should do practice of listening as well as listening. Practice means what? So it means a simple thing that we can do, like listen something means try to consume English content. So how can we do that? So it's a simple. So I finally installed a application, that name is Google. It's a great ideas and great lab. In this application we can do practice of listening. So how it work? Let's see. So it's working like, in this application there is lots of book summaries available in English, Hindi and other language also. So if, because we are trying to speak in English, so we can do one thing, that is we can consume English content here. And this way when we like do practice of listening, this way we also gaining some knowledge. So which kind of knowledge? So you can imagine that when we read some books, so we get some knowledge, whatever books is related to. Okay, so same thing when we read, like when we do practice of listening in this application, so we also gaining some knowledge. Just assume like, last days I was listening a book summary that's name is Psychology of Money. So this book is like a famous book, and I listen by like on this application. And this way I also known, means lots of knowledge about psychology of money, this thing. So here we are not doing only practice of listening, but also we are gaining some knowledge. So why not we should do listening practice on such kinds of a platform, such kinds of like application. So in this application, I would like to suggest you, if you are beginner and if you want to improve your spoken English, so you can do this thing. It's not only on this application, on this platform. You can do anywhere, whatever you already know about, like English in short. You can do this thing on YouTube, like was podcast, English podcast, especially because we want to speak in English. So we want to do practice of listening, so we can consume English content as much as possible, and this way we can improve our spoken English. So yeah, one thing that I would like to say, when I was beginner, I was not aware about this thing, and it's just when I realized this thing in my life. English is very important, and other thing is that if you want to learn how to speak in English, so listening is very important. There is for communication, like reading, writing and listening and speaking. So we already know writing and reading, because we are doing this thing from our, like it's a since childhood. So that, and if we talk about speaking, so we also know how to speak, but in other language, our mother tongue, because we already listen a lots of times, so that we know how to speak in our mother tongue. But we don't know how to speak in English, because this thing is we never, it's this kinds of environment. So nowadays we can do this thing. It's not like a big deal. This is just about practice. Once you will do practice day by day, if you're doing practice nowadays 5 to 10 minutes, so if you also want to get improvement and want to get fluency in the less time, in within 1 to 2 months, so you can increase your practice timing. I mean, if you're doing 5 to 10 minutes, so like you should do 10 to 20 and 30 minutes. And if you are already doing that, so you can do around 1 hour. This way you will get a lots of improvement in yourself, because whatever you are doing, it's a five, just assume, just a calculation kinds of, if you're doing 5 to 10 minutes daily practice, so 10 within 10 days, how much time you will do practice? If you're doing 10 minutes, if you're giving 10 minutes daily, so in 10 days there will be 10 into 10, it means 100 minutes. Okay, so it means 1 hour and 40 minutes. But same thing, if you're giving 1 hour daily, so think it's a 600 hours there will be total minutes of doing practice. So this way you can do you can improve your spoken English fast, because this thing also I applied in my life when I was doing practice, and nowadays still I'm doing practice to speak to improve my spoken English. I want to take it in a like advanced level, so that it's need to do practice. So nowadays I'm doing not only practice of spoken English, but also I'm doing listening practice, because this thing helping me a lot to express myself. When we watching some English movie, when we consume English content, that way we also not only doing listening practice and not speaking practice, but also how to speak and how to express and how to use accent, this all the things we learning at the same time. So why we not so do that kinds of thing? Okay, so see you at the next time. So I hope you will do a listening practice as well as a speaking practice, because this thing helping us a lot to improve our spoken English. So see you next time.